Hi guys, this is Fashion Under 50 and I'm here to show you how I installed these cute box braids using a method called rubber banding to separate my hair. Watch and I hope you enjoy. To get this color, I used a number 2 and 330, which is a gray color, so I could blend it in to go with some of my gray hairs. So I started off with freshly washed hair and I twisted it and separated it. And not only that, but I used rubber bands to catch the root of the hair. So I made medium braids that are about, I want to say 38 to 40 braids. And it allowed me, once I put the rubber bands on, to separate it. So if I braid it and the braids get loose, the roots won't get loose and it won't look too old too quickly. Now at this point I am about 3/4 of the way done, but I wanted to stop and show you in the front of my hair how I do this. I use a hefty amount of hair to make a fuller braid, and I use a stacking method in order to create a thinner end. That way it kind of braids down instead of it's that big chunky fat braid that doesn't boil well and it looks really ugly. So I use my piece as the third part, the braiding part, and wrap the synthetic hair around it and begin braiding all the way down. I think what you want to keep in mind is having a rhythm when you're braiding your hair. Also keep in mind, if you want medium length braids, you have to make sure that your braid is medium length as well, so that you're not creating a lopsided box braid. So what I'm doing is just braiding all the way down to the ends, and you want to make sure that you braid down until you can't braid anymore. The more that you braid it and you have that feathered end, it allows for you to be able to put your hair in a bun and pieces not jut out. I like to be able to put my box braids into high buns, and high buns have to sort of tuck. It won't do that if you haven't braided your hair all the way to the end, or it won't do it as easily. So if you'll see, I braid all the way down to the very end as far as I can until I can't braid anymore. So last braid, and I'm going to do what I did before. I take a chunk of hair, divide it into sections of 3 and layer it so that the ends are thin. Once they're completely thin, I put it together so that I can wrap it around my braid. And once I wrap it around my braid, I begin the braiding process using my hair as the third piece. So you hook it on and begin the braiding process. Wrap it around and start your plaiting process using your hair as the third leg. And here is just a shot of me braiding all the way to the end so that you can see how far down I braid. I think that this is what takes the most time, braiding it down to the very end until you can't braid anymore. But it's really worth it in the payoff and the look of the braid. Once I'm done, I go through and actually just snip anything that looks like it's jutting out. Make sure not to cut your hair, but only cut the pieces that jut out. That is the synthetic hair, and that will happen. I used about 7 packs of hair, and I just want to let you guys know that I used about 7 packs of hair, so this hairstyle cost me like $7 because each pack was $1. And this is just the final version of it, just trimming it, and I will boil it at the very end. But you want to make sure, if you want a nice polished look, go through each braid and trim all of those pieces. Don't use the boiling as a mode to flatten the hair. Just cut it, cut what's synthetic and make it look nice and uniform so that your hair looks a little bit more professional and not choppy. this is the final result. I hope that you learned from it. I hope that you enjoyed it. And I hope that you used it. If you do use this style, hit me up on the inbox below and let me know how it came out for you. Thanks for watching. As always, don't forget to subscribe. Bye.